campers, Blitz Vapes here, back again with another video review, and we're talking about Squonkers again. We're talking about this one this time. This is the Vaping American-made Squonk box. Yeah, I can't get it. There's a logo in there somewhere. There we go. Oh yes. So, let's go take a look at the guts. Alright, so here we are. The Vaping American-made Rigmod Squonker. So, on the outside, not an awful lot to look at. You've got the Vaping American-made, the Rig logo there. You've got the Liberty Bell logo there, American-made on there as well. Got a nice Fat Daddy 510 and the Squonk pin. You've also got this nice little rubber seal here, and that is basically, that creates sort of a nice little airlock so that your Squonk actually works properly and really sort of pulls all the excess liquid out, which I find actually really good. I really like the Squonk action on this. You've got the button on the side and the plate. So before we get into anything else, the body, this is machine Delrin. Okay, so this is Delrin. Your plate here, this is aluminium. Okay, so you've got the nice logo etched in there, which is kind of nice. And yeah, one thing before we look at the internals is this button. I don't know, it doesn't bother me that much, but I've seen a lot of people complaining. I can see where they're coming from, is how it just doesn't sit central to the whole device. If we take that off, that's perfectly fine. But you put that on, and yeah, it's sitting slightly off center. So a few of you OCD people might get annoyed by that. But honestly, I don't think it bothers me too much in holding it. I don't think that extra inch is going to matter. Although it does actually, because it is quite a stiff button, it does help you kind of in the way that you hold it. You are being forced to have your finger in a much more stronger position than if it's over here and you're pushing down. I don't know, that feels, I think it may be done for a purpose, but I think aesthetically it's probably going to annoy a few people. Take a look at the insides. First up, the plate. Boom. You've got all of your usual markings that you find on the packaging. You know, don't vape if you're pregnant, don't vape in a bin. Over 18s. It's a nice kind of reminder as well, that one. You know, over 18s and it's on the device. There's no escaping that. But you got the nice logo there. You got your serial number on the inside of the door as well. I suppose I would like to see that on the outside, maybe. To add that little bit of extra oomph. It's on the outside of all the mechanical mods, the Descendant, the V1, the V2, the V3. You know, it's on the outside, so could have done that. Also, I have noticed there's no serial number on the casing. So, you know, I suppose I would have liked to see a serial number on the casing as well. That way, you know, the whole device is the same. You know, it all matches up and goes together. Instead of, you know, essentially someone could just sell the doors for a low serial numbered rig and some guy could just swap it onto it. I don't know. I suppose that's a minor thing. Something that I would like to see. You know, the actual serial number on the plastic. In here, you can see I've got an 18650 battery in here with the adapter. It does take 2700s. So I don't own any of them, so I have to use these. You have this nice big copper bar here, this little L bar, little, I use that word loosely, it's freaking huge. It is removable, so if I can get it out. There we breath's not coming out now. She's not playing. She does come out, trust me. There we go. Do be careful, because your button does come out as well. So that's your button, nothing fancy. There's your L bar. That's just a big copper bar, which is great. And then obviously you've got the contact at the top here, which you can see it's the same width, just about. You know, so you've got a huge contacts area up there. So put it back together. All we have to do, move my bottle out of the way, pop that in. And there we go. And then that goes in there. Make sure it's underneath all of the clips and everything. Boom. And she's back into place. Your Squonk bottle is a nice 8mm Squonk bottle. You've got the mechanics there. This here, I have found, this tube is nicely and snug on that Squonk pin at the bottom there. So I have found, I said this in the last Squonk video, I tend to remove the bottle from the tube instead of removing the tube. Like I say, that's nicely on there. So I like to keep that on there just because it's easier. You've got this little plate here, which the Squonk bottle sits on, and you can undo it and remove that if you want to get this out easier to clean it, or you're wanting to clean the whole thing and make it look pretty again. Pop that back in there. Keep going around the device. You've got a big contact plate up at the top here, which is just literally a huge block of copper. You've got all the connections there, and then you've got a wire here. And I know for some of the diehards out there, this is going to be an irritation because it's a wire. It's not fully mechanical, but in all honesty, I can't see the difference that or a connection plate would make. They're doing exactly the same thing. There's no chips, there's no hidden circuitry in here, so it's just doing exactly the same thing. I suppose they could have extended the copper out and attached this to the copper somehow, but then that had obviously been a hell of a lot more copper. So yeah, I don't know. I don't see it being an issue. The wire itself is both crimped and soldered into place, so there's no, this thing's not going anywhere. I mean, it's not a long wire anyway, so it's not going to catch on anything. It's not going to be ragged around or wobbling and jiggling about, so I don't see an issue with that from my standpoint anyway. Then, like I said, with the batteries, you've got the little adapter for your 18650s. I said it is a 2700 housing, so as per usual, positive down with any mechanical device, and that is it. Pop it all back together, boom, pop an RDA on the top, and yet again it's the D-Pro by Coilart. The reason I like this one is it's just a simple RDA that works. Nice little squonk action. My bottle's nearly empty. Yeah, nice squonking action. And it just sits on there quite nicely actually. It's to be honest with you, it's because it's black and this is black. I don't own a green RDA, I don't own anything else that go nicely, but I like using the D-Pro on my squonks anyway. So let's go up to FaceTime and put my final thoughts onto this. So there we have it, close up and personal with this beauty. Now, like I said in the close-up, outside of this thing is pretty plain. There's nothing really much going on. I would like to see a little bit more shininess, a little bit more, oh look at me, I'm a rig. But I suppose you can't have everything. And at the end of the day, it's what's inside that counts. So, yeah. It's damn pretty in the inside. Oh yes. So, with that said, that's probably the only niggly point I've got about this device. It's just pure aesthetics, you know. But performance-wise, I love it. It has fast become one of my all-day vapes, you know, because it's easy. The Squonk works nice. Doesn't matter what RDA I put on here. I use this. I use the Druga, but I've been an idiot and built it too high, so that's on a regulated mod at the moment. But yeah, nothing really that I can say about this apart from it works. You know, price point on this, obviously as usual with Vaping American Made, you're paying for the fact that it is American made. So from their website, you're looking at $130. In the UK, I've seen them as low as £80. I've seen them as high as 120. Usually it's around about the £100 mark. I've seen more places at £100 than I have probably combined at 80 and at 120. So between, you know, which is to be expected for a Vaping American made product, you know? Yeah, it's, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Nothing, you know, structurally, it's fine. It is a big device, okay? It is a chunky piece of kit. It's not small in any stretch of the imagination, but it reminds me of the good old days when a box mod was a box. You know, the Squonk 100, Squonk 150, you know, these are kinds of devices that I loved, I used, I absolutely loved them because they were just boxes. And this takes me back to that. You know, it fits in the hand, it's a full hand mod, you know, and it is what it is. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. There's not really much more I can say about it. I love the device. It is one of my all-day vapes, and you know, if I did lose this or damage it or ruin it, then I would definitely replace it, you know, if the bank allowed me to. That's the only part. But with these things, you buy them once and you don't really replace them. I've not replaced any of my rigs. My V2 still works perfectly, 2+ years down the line. My V3 is coming up to a year old, if not over already. My Descendant, I've only just got that, but still. Never had to replace anything on any of them. Like I say, the V2 and the V3 still working fine. So hopefully this one, 2 years down the line, is still going to be one of those devices that's popping up on my Instagram page. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope it's been insightful. I hope it's given you an insight and a informed decision on whether or not to go for this device. As usual, be sure to hit that like button. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down, why not? But let me know why. Okay, head over to my Instagram page, which is blitz_vapes. That is just basically a day-to-day account of what I'm using, what mods I'm using, what liquids I'm using, and you will see a lot of this thing on there. So be sure to head over there and check me out. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.